Hello, everyone. I'm Mark.
I'm Rob.
And welcome to Mark and Rob's Sports Showdown, the hottest and best sports talk show in the universe. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed please subscribe. We need more subscribers. We're shooting for 1,000. We've been around for 10 weeks. So if you're wondering why we don't have a ton of subscribers, please hit that and hit the notification bell so you can find out about our next videos. And please make intelligent, non-insulting comments. And if you like the video, and why wouldn't you? Hit that like button for us, please. We appreciate your support. And Rob, we have another video out that we recap the game 15, where the Fever beat the Sky again, 2 in a row. Caitlyn Clark's 2-0 in the pros against Angel Reese. So if you're wondering why not recapping the game, that's in another video, and you can find it on the website. It'll be right near the top, I'm sure. Rob, they went through Boston last game, and that Caitlyn Clark was kind of out in left field. I don't even know. It was kind of weird because they wanted her to stand over there, and then no one passed to her, and then it looked like that's the game. I guess before and after the game, Christy Sides said that's the offense they want to run because they ran it last year, which of course is silly because Caitlyn Clark wasn't there last year.
Right. And
you got the impression she was putting her foot down and saying, "This is what we're going to do. Doggone it!" And guess what, Rob? They didn't do it the next game.
No, they did not.
And I said, that's not sustainable because, number one, you're wasting Caitlyn Clark. Number two, the fans won't have it. And number three, the owners won't have it because the fans would be unhappy. And I don't think it's best for their offense. I don't think it would work against the better defensive teams. The Dream just didn't have anyone underneath that was any good. So they changed it. And so, I'm thinking to myself, what happened? And I also thought between that, what was going to happen between those 3 days? I said, I think the owner's going to say something to Chrissy Sides because of the fans. And I don't know what took place, but there was a change. And I also think, let me give you another perspective because I'm an attorney and I ended up doing criminal defense, but I knew that was one of the things I wanted to do. I also wanted to be a sports agent. And as looking at it from the sports agent viewpoint, if I was her agent, I'd go in and say, hey, either get her involved in the offense or just trade her.
Right.
We're just not going to be here next year. And even if he doesn't meet it, because he doesn't have a lot of leverage, he does have leverage. She doesn't have to come back next year. Just making him think about that. If I was the owner or the general manager, I'd say, this is pretty serious. Their agent came to me. This way, Caitlyn Clark doesn't look bad in saying, oh, yeah, I want to trade. And everybody says she's a crybaby and the haters pile on and all that stuff. But go ahead, Rob. You want to say something?
But you're right. Like I said, not just owners. Like I said, this is outside social media was saying the exact same thing. They're saying, hey, what's going on here? Why are you wasting her away? You might as well just trade her away. Or they were saying, like we said, hey, she might go to Europe after this year. Why would she worry? Why should you have to deal with this type of thing and not getting the ball? I could score. I could play. What are you doing? Why do you have the players freezing me out here? What's going on here? Yeah, your suggestion about the agent, to put the little bug in the owner's head, like, hey, I better. Maybe
I don't know if it happened, Rob, but if I was the agent, I would, with Caitlyn Clark's permission. I would have her permission first, but I wouldn't do it if I was Caitlyn Clark because people already criticize her for things she doesn't do wrong anyways, and it looks like she's a baby if she does that. But that doesn't mean.
But you would tell her first and say, hey, Caitlyn, I'm going to mention this to the owner. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, and then run it by her first and see what she says, and then. If she says, yeah, do it.
If I was Caitlyn, I'd say go for it.
Yeah, I would too.
Because she's right. Because Caitlyn's right. It's not like Caitlyn's complaining. It's not like LeBron doing something and getting a coach fired or LeBron's wrong or anything. Caitlyn would be 100% right because it's silly for them not to use. She knows what her talents are. She knows she's the best passer in women's basketball history. She knows she's better with the ball in the hand. That's all it is to it. So even though she might not know that, I think she is. Okay. So I want to give a kudos out to one of our listeners who said the same thing that I did. And I said this before the game, and I was thinking about it for 3 days. But he said, something happened. This is Damien O, which is funny because my middle name is Damien and my confirmation name is David. So I thought it was funny. Huh. Anyways, he said something happened between Thursday and Sunday. They played Christie ball on Thursday in that scheme. Caitlyn is a role player. After the game, Sides made a statement that they're going to run everything through the post. On Sunday, they did a 180 and everything went through Caitlyn. Everyone seemed to be on board except Mitchell, who still did not pass to Clark on several possessions. What happened? I think Sides was overruled. This is now Caitlyn's team. strong statement. This is now Caitlyn's team. I agree with them.
I agree with him too.
And someone else
Definitely.
made a good comment about maybe now after they saw this, they're kind of on board with Caitlyn and they're starting to respect her more because of what she's gone through the last 14 games with the physical play, the mental anguish and stuff. And maybe they start to respect her more. And maybe they like her more and just realize they just kind of accept it. Look, she's going to get way more publicity than anybody else. We're just going to have to accept it. But if we all want to win, we're just going to have to play together. And maybe it's in their heads now.
Well, that's the main thing, Mark. That's what I was going to say. Is like maybe they kind of a light went off in their head, like, oh, gee, she really is good because they're starting to play with her and they see her passes, they see her in practice. Hey, she's the real deal. I want to win games, and it looks like she can make us win more games and have fun and pass the ball to me, which has never happened in a while. So, because I'm not going to get the ball from Mitchell, that's for sure. So,
I'm tired of talking about that, but I'll make a video on that, just that topic, Rob. You can talk about it from a coach's perspective.
We used to have I think there were some NBA players like that. It was like they got the ball inside. They called it like the black hole. It would never come back. The ball would never come out.
Yeah, Mitchell one-on-one ball is what I call it. I don't know what the right name is for it, but it's not good basketball, and it's not just Clark. She doesn't. She goes one-on-one too much at all. And other people have pointed out other teammates don't give it to her and stuff. It's mainly Mitchell. Yeah, that one game they did when they stepped to the side, but in general, a lot of the players get back to her.
I think begin back to the offense. I think like you and the commenter said, they're starting to do a little more. At least I noticed. Like I think I suggested more motion, and they weren't really good on their screens. But I think Boston's getting used to it now. She's like, oh, geez, like she was coming out a little too high on those screens. She's coming above almost a 3-point line. And they shorten it a little bit to make it into like around the 3-point line, set the screen there. I'm like, oh, okay, that's much better. And so Boston can roll a little bit more. It's hard for, like you said, she's not that agile to set a screen way above the 3-point line and then roll to the basket like that. That's too far for her. She's not that quick. So shorten it a little, like that's what they did. Now she can roll and it's open. Clark will hit her or she'll be open for a three. I noticed the screen's a lot more better than last time.
Good points, Rob. Now, listen, here's what I think took place. The owners went to him and let him know, this is not, you can't do that because, and Coach Sides now, she's already on the hot seat. If she insisted on her offense and they lost a winnable game, Chicago Sky had lost 5 of 6, and this was a home game, boy, I think her job would be out the door the next day. I really do. And I think Sides knew that. They might not have said that to her, but they might have said, listen, this is not acceptable. And left it at that, letting her know, well, guess what? If you do what your offense you want to run and you lose, guess what? Bye within 24 hours. I think that's what happened. And she was wise to do this. And she actually looked like a better coach. She looked like a smarter coach, which is what she should have done in the first place. And I covered this in a previous video where I said Coach Sides, I think, is jealous of Caitlyn Clark because she wants to get credit for the improvement on the team. And she's afraid Caitlyn Clark's going to get all the credit. If she doesn't do it her way, if she just give Caitlyn Clark the ball, well, guess what? That's the best thing to do, and you're going to win more. So you're going to look smart because they're winning.
That's the mind-boggling thing. I mean, you as a coach, you want to win. You got the best player right there in front of you. Why would you want to limit her and we're talking about cars, put the boot on her so she can't move? Just have her standing out there instead of you want to win. That's your job as a coach. And I noticed she's getting a little more involved, a little more animated. She's getting a little more, but I think, the owners talk to her. I still think she's gone after the year. Doesn't matter, but at least she can last maybe the season.
If they want a 20-game winning streak, then she won't be.
No, I'm now thinking, I know she doesn't have, I know she's not going to be there next year. I don't know, but I think this saved her. I think this game saved her a little more, gave her a little more time because I don't think getting rid of her during this time would kind of mess up the team. Even though you're putting in a better coach, it kind of would. You still have to get used to the new coach and things. So I think if she can just keep adjusting and giving Caitlyn more roles and more play with the ball, she'll slide through the season. And after that, she's gone.
We'll see what happens. Anyways, let us know what you guys think about this. What do you think the owner and the general manager or both or her agent or all three said something And this changed what was obviously she was insisting she was going to do, but she didn't do it. So it's very, I mean, something took place. It doesn't take a genius to figure this out.
Yeah.
So I just don't know what, but something took place. And I think kind of what I said took place, but I can't, you know, I wasn't there for the conversation. So anyways, let us know what you think. The live show tonight, Eastern time, 7 to 8. You can call in, and you can also make comments down below. And that's every Monday except for major holidays. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Need more subscribers, and hit the notification bell when you do, and make intelligent, non-insulting comments. We really appreciate it when you do, and you're doing a great job of that. And we appreciate your support. And watch for our next videos. Again, there's a recap of the game in another video, and we're going to have some other videos having to do with the game also, that on specific topics. So look for those, and we appreciate it. All right, take care, everyone.
Peace out.